Siya na. Madam, ikaw na bahala ah.
Sir, pa okay lang po. Madam, pa okay lang.
Unmute pa? Unmute. Ikaw media. Audio, kanina raw yung audio sa kanila. Sa media kanina. Siguro sa labas.
Coach, pwede natin iyak yung sa number 4, audio app. 3 yata, sir. Sabi niya naman.
Yung sa mga media.
Media. 4 yun.
Sa media, pakilakas ng audio, mahina raw.
Ito. 1, 2.
Audio guide siya. Pakicheck na lang lahat ng audio. Pakicheck na lang yung mga audio. Sa labas. Thank you, bro.
Narinig yung salita, baka may nakabukas na microphone.
Kahit daw po sa SB Live malabo.
Audio.
Pati sa atin, malabo. Mahina. Pati daw po yung sa atin. Mahina nga. Opo, mahina. Opo, mahina. Malabo.
I now recognize Mr. Santiago Cervantes, Municipal Council President of Taytay Rizal, to lead us in the recitation of our party creed.
Itaas po natin ng ating kaliwang kamay and repeat after me. I commit myself to a peaceful and democratic way of life, to ensure the establishment and maintenance of a Filipino society characterized by freedom, solidarity, justice, equity, social responsibility, self-reliance, efficiency, enlightened nationalism under a federal system of government. I further commit myself to the 5 principles of theism, humanism, enlightened nationalism, democratic socialism, and consultative and participatory democracy. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po kina Ka Jerry, Ka Saad Ibrahim at kay Ka Santiago. We can take our seats now. I now call on our Secretary General, Deputy Speaker, Congressman Arnie Teves, to acknowledge the delegates to our National Assembly as well as our guests and observers. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, everybody. I hereby acknowledge the presence of our Chairman, Senator Coco Pimentel, our President, Senator Manny Pacquiao, our Vice Chairman, Governor Lutz Barbo, our PIO, Ron Monsayak, and yours truly, Arnie Teves, your Secretary General. I now turn over the reading of the rest to Attorney Jerry. Go ahead, sir.
Good morning. Good afternoon to everyone. Physically present and present in our Zoom platform. To continue with the attendees for this National Assembly, we have Attorney Michael Lopega, Vice President for Visayas, former Board Member Roy Yap, President for Mindanao, Attorney Raymond Joseph Ian Raji Mendoza, Deputy Sec General for NCR, Dr. Doloraik Dumaluan, Deputy Secretary General for Visayas, Dr. Manuel Haudian, Deputy Secretary General for Mindanao, Evan Rebadulia, CPA, Treasurer, yours truly, Auditor, Ferdinand Briggs Carpio, Membership Committee Chair, Rufina G. Arcega, Education Committee Chair, Armin Demetilio, Finance Committee Chair, Attorney Alberto Wilfredo Oxales Jr., Legal Affairs and Arbitration Committee Chair, Okay. Dr. Gregorio Murillo, Livelihood Committee Chair. And then we have Colonel Alberto V. Reyes, President of our CAR chapter. Okay. Former Governor Pedro G. Mayam O, Secretary General of our CAR chapter. Governor Melchor Diclas, Chapter President of Benguet. Vice Mayor Faustino Olawan, Chapter President. Attorney Julieta Poday, Chapter President. William Mamanglo, Chapter President. Maricel L. Resurreccion, President of the National Capital Region. Amelito Cruz, Secretary General of the NCR. Virgilio Apar, Chapter President in Metro Manila. Jerry Games, another Chapter President for Metro Manila. Noel Bayona, Chapter President, again in Metro Manila. Vice Mayor Iyo Caruncho Bernardo, Chapter President, again in Metro Manila. Rodolfo Arcega, Chapter President in Metro Manila. Jonathan Montes, Chapter President, again in Metro Manila. Bombi Ponteras, another Chapter President. Attorney Philip Marco, Chapter President. Stephen Solidum, Chapter President. Jeffrey Benjamin Yu, Chapter President. Leandro Kilinging, Chapter President. Attorney Arnold C. Segundo, President of Region 1. Attorney Reynaldo M. Moswela, Secretary General of Region 1. Hilario Pimentel, Chapter President. Attorney Edwin Uy, President of Region 2. Former Mayor Fernando O. Comigad, Secretary General for Region 2. Harry King David, President for Region 3. Jerry Atienza, Secretary General for Region 3. Erwin Abon, Chapter President for Bulacan. Bishop Jonathan Kendi Miole, Chapter President for Pampanga. Meldian Lianes, President for Region 4A in Cavite. Former Vice Mayor Armando Mandi Ilano, Secretary General for Region 4A, Cavite. Marnely Ducusin, Chapter President in Cavite. Mark Bertuldo, another Chapter President from Cavite. We have Santiago Cervantes, Chapter President for Rizal. Mitzi Hill, Chapter President for Rizal. Nova Ortega, Chapter President for Batangas. Attorney Albino Arevalo, President for Region 4B, Occidental Mindoro. Vice Governor Peter Alfaro, Chapter President for Occidental Mindoro. Former Governor Robert Anteli Rodrigueza, President for Region 5, Sorsogon. Vice Governor Edsel Greco Alexander B. Lagman, Secretary General for Region 5. Kyle Patrick R. Natividad, President for Region 6. Wilson A. Jeronimo, Secretary General for Region 6. Rodsan Escander Vio, Chapter President based in Antique. Vincent Joseph Natividad, Chapter President for Iloilo. Jose Ribomapil Holganza Jr., President for Region 7 based in Cebu City. Mario Israel, Chapter President based in Bohol. Jack Raymond, Chapter President based in Negros Oriental. Mary Jane Salomon, President for Region 8, Northern Samar. Ken Flores, Chapter President for Biliran. Marcelo Ferdinand Picardal, Chapter President for Eastern Samar. Attorney Orlando Salatandre, Secretary General for Region 9, Zamboanga del Norte. Norma Sugang, Chapter President for Zamboanga del Norte. Seferino Deliverio Jr., Chapter President for Zamboanga del Sur. Rodolfo Luna, Chapter President, Misamis Occidental. Marlo L. Tabac, President for Region 10, Misamis Oriental. Welbert A. Cuenca, Secretary General for Region 10, Misamis Oriental. Attorney Enrique I. Naduma, Chapter President, based in Misamis Oriental. Jackson V. Reyes, President for Region 11, Davao del Sur. Rowen Cesar S. Cardinal, Secretary General for Region 11, Davao del Sur. Boniparte P. Salinas, President for Region 13, Surigao del Sur. Iam Harold M.U., Secretary General for Region 13, Agusan del Norte, Incaraga. Attorney Paisalin P. Tago, President for BIRMM, Lanao del Sur. Saad Ibrahim Amate, Secretary General for BIRMM, Lanao del Sur. Faisa Dumarpa, Chapter President for Lanao del Sur. Nestor Mariaga, Chapter President in Maguindanao. Also, we have special observers for this occasion. We have Buddy Zamora, Bisnyo Pantaha, and Congressman Lito Atienza present. We have today 17 National Council members present, and a total of 78 National Assembly attendees and counting.
Are you done, Attorney Jerry?
Yes,
Yeah, what is your number? Including the 5 of us here on the podium.
we have 78 and counting, Congressman Arnie.
Yeah, out of 193, we have 78 present, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
I think we have a quorum.
For the Secretary General and the Secretariat, we have a quorum. Thank you very much. The Chairman of our Public Information Committee, Mr. Ron Munsayak, is recognized to recognize the other present.
Magandang hapon po sa lahat, lalong-lalo na po sa mga kapartido at sa mga supporters si Senator Manny Pacquiao na nasa online po. I was informed by our secretariat na puno na po ang 10 Zoom accounts natin with 1,000 attendees each. Each Zoom account, hindi lang po isang tao, pero grupo po, chapter po ito. So we'll have a final report later. Pero puno na po, we have already instructed our secretariat to create more Zoom accounts to accommodate yung mga nasa waiting room. Magpapasalamat lang po kami sa lahat ng online at sa mga nag-ayos po. Of course, sa aming mga mahal na kapartido sa PDP-Laban, mga kaalyado namin sa MP3 Alliance na makasamahan sa People's Champ Movement, sa PROMD Political Party. Ang mga movements natin na PCCM, MP4P, MPPM, MP Grassroots, ang MP Panalo ang Puso Supporters, MP Nation, the Association of Political Officers of the Philippines, ang ating Visayas group led by Sir Daryl, sila Bishop Ricardo, Bishop Bong, Bishop Gehon, Bishop Reden, and other bishops. Si Bishop Noel Pantoja na nandito po, Deputy Speaker Lito Atienza, who was physically present, and of course Congressman Eric Pineda and Congressman Monico Pentavella. Yung magpapasalamat lang po ulit kami sa ngayon sa libong nasa Zoom ngayon. Pasensya na po, we cannot see each other personally to have our 11th assembly, pero promise po next year magkikita po tayo. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Ron. Just to make sure, I also want to acknowledge the presence of our alliance partners, PROMDI, led by Party President Mimo Osmeña, sa Cebu po sila, People's Champ Movement, led by Attorney Bong Gakal, and the family of our founder, former Senate President Nene Pimentel, are also, the family members are also present online. So welcome to you all. Welcome to Ma'am Jinky. See you, palakpakan natin. I now move on to the next item in our agenda, which is the ratification of the change of date of our National Assembly from September 18 to 19, 2021. Mr. Former Mayor Fernando Cumicad of Region 2, I hear that you want to make a motion.
Yes. Can I be allowed to speak?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I move for the ratification of the amendment to the National Assembly meeting date from September 18, 2021 to September 19, 2021.
Second.
Is there a motion? Is there an objection to the motion? Hearing none, the motion is hereby adopted and the change in the date of our National Assembly is hereby ratified. Let's now move on to the next item in our agenda, the approval of the rules for the Assembly. A copy of the rules for this National Assembly has been given to all the delegates. Okay, we will also flash on the screen. Is there a motion to approve the rules for this National Assembly?
Mr. Chairman, may I be recognized?
Dr. Maricel Resurrección, NCR Regional President, is recognized.
I move for the approval of the rules of this National Assembly.
Second.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Our rules are approved. So pursuant to the rules, the chairman hereby appoints Armin Demetilio, our Finance Committee Chair, as the floor leader. Tayo ka naman, Armin, so that they will see you. Okay, Armin, to be assisted by Membership Committee Chair Brix Carpio as Assistant Floor Leader. They are to ensure the smooth flow of our assembly and our agenda. Also pursuant to the rules, the chairman hereby appoints Deputy Secretary General for Mindanao, Dr. Manny Haudian, as our Sergeant-at-Arms, with Deputy Secretary General for NCR, Attorney Raji Mendoza, as the Deputy Sergeant-at-Arms. They are to maintain order during this assembly by enforcing the rules as directed by the chairman or presiding officer. Again, pursuant to our rules, the following competent and objective personalities are hereby appointed to act as our COMELEC, Committee on Elections, with Attorney Edwin Wee of Isabela as chairman, and Attorney Orlando Salatandre of Zamboanga del Norte, and Attorney Michael Lopega of Tacloban City as members. So the party, through the chairman, gives all of you our advance thanks for your service to the party this afternoon. So palakpakan po natin lahat ng ating mga volunteers who will assist us for a successful National Assembly. So I now recognize our floor leader, Mr. Armin Demetilio.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we proceed to the next item in our agenda, which is the opening remarks.
Second.
Party President Senator Manny Pacquiao. Palakpakan natin. Our Executive Vice President, Governor, and also our Vice Chairman of the National Council, Governor Lutz Barbo. Palakpakan din po natin. Our Secretary General, Deputy Speaker Arnie Teves, and the Chairman of our Public Information Committee, Mr. Ron Munsayak. And sa lahat po sa inyo, especially our delegates, our special guests, and our observers and the members of the media, good afternoon to all of you. Magandang hapon sa lahat, maayong hapon sa tanan, naimbag nga malem, marhay na hapon, maupay nga kulop, mayap agat panapon, buenas tardes, masantos ya kaagwan. I want to thank all of you for attending the PDP-Laban's National Assembly. We are 99% online. Okay, some are delegates, some are special guests and friends of the party, some are our alliance partners. Medyo nahirapan po tayong i-organize ito dahil nga sa sitwasyon natin, pero kailangan natin gawin ito dahil may deadline ang COMELEC. This is a constitutionally protected political gathering. The National Assembly is the product of a long process. We conducted a series of consultations and meetings with our grassroots chapters and members, both regular and associate members. I want you all to see the process. Yan po, the pictures are flashed so that we can appreciate consultative and participatory democracy in action. One of our beliefs po yan. Today is a joyous occasion. Kailangan happy tayong lahat. Happy ba tayo? Mga delegates, can you give us the digital, Can you use the digital thumbs up sign? Oh. Okay, so para para ma-practice na po tayo. Dapat happy tayo dahil nagkikita-kita tayo ulit. Yung mga members ng National Council, nakita tayo noong August 29. Nakikita tayo ulit. Pero ngayon, kasama na natin ang mga delegado galing sa mga grassroots chapters natin. Welcome to our chapter leaders and delegates. Pakibigay ulit ng thumbs up sign, chapter leaders. Pakiclick so that you will know how to communicate through online process. Happy din tayo dahil makabuluhan ang gagawin natin ngayong araw, mga kaibigan. Today, we will honor our party founder, Senate President Tatay Nene Pimentel. Sa PDP-Laban, we always give credit where credit is due. Today, we will formally fight back against the hijackers. We will formally declare as correct what we have been doing all along, ignoring them but resisting them. Lalaban po tayo. Alam niyo kung ang PDP-Laban ay maitutulad natin sa isang sasakyan, meron pong nakasakay sa ating sasakyan na ngayon tayo na ang pinapaalis o pinapalabas sa ating sasakyan. Mukhang nagandahan sila sa ating sasakyan. O baka naman ay sadyang mga kolektor ito, kolektor ng mga sasakyan. Ang dami na nilang sasakyan, napakasakim at swapang naman nila. Hindi po natin papayagan ang pag-hijack ng ating partido. Tayong lahat, mga sa online, tayong lahat, isa lang ang partido natin ang PDP-Laban. Yung kabila patalon-talon na partido. If convenient for them, they will join. If no longer convenient, they will destroy. Today, we will happily elect our party officers and give them a new mandate to lead our party under the dynamic, bold, courageous, and visionary leadership of our party president, Senator Manny Pacquiao. Palakpakan po natin ulit. Later today, hindi tayo magtatapos na hindi natin ito magagawa. We will happily announce to the Filipino nation that PDP-Laban will be participating in the May 2022 elections. Today, we will be nominating and proclaiming our presidential candidate. Hulaan ninyo sino ito. Sekreto muna. Sa ngayon, hindi ko muna sasabihin. Pero exciting ito dahil malaki ang posibilidad na mananalo tayo sa darating na halalan. At ang tunay na PDP-Laban ang magpapatakbo ng ating gobyerno. Dahil mahal natin ang ating bansa, tayo ay dapat makialam na sa ating gobyerno. Kahit anuman ang mangyari, itong ating i-proclaim ngayong araw ay kandidato na ng PDP-Laban pagkapangulo ng ating bansa. Uulitin ko, kahit anuman ang mangyari. So let us be patient today. My dear friends sa online, mga delegates, let us be patient. Kasi may mga, baka I'm anticipating, may mga technical glitch din. So pasensya lang po tayo, and we want to savor the happy moments. We also want to hear from our chapter delegates, hence, bigyan natin sila rin ng oras. So kahit may rules tayo, may konting formalities tayo, we have rules to follow, but let us be relaxed and let us be happy and enjoy our assembly. So once again, I urge everyone to enjoy the experience of our National Assembly, which is held under very special circumstances. We will be making very important decisions today, which may affect the course of the history of our beloved country, the Philippines. So on behalf of our party officers, led by our party president, Senator Manny Pacquiao, I welcome all of you to the PDP-Laban National Assembly. Thank you very much. Lord Leader.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we proceed to the next item in our agenda, which is the presentation and approval of the agenda.
Okay, a copy of this agenda, the meat of our assembly, has been given to all the participants. It will also be flashed on the screen so that you can see it. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we recognize our Youth Affairs Committee Chairman, Hardin Wong, for his motion to approve the agenda.
Mr. Chairman, may I be recognized, please?
The youthful Hardin Wong is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval of the agenda for this National Assembly.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is carried. The agenda is approved. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we proceed to the next item in our agenda, which is the renewal of commitment to the party, and that we recognize Ka Pines Arcega, our Education Committee Chairwoman.
Let us now proceed to the renewal of commitment to the party. Ka Pines Arcega, our Education Committee Chairwoman, is recognized.
Isang makabuluhang pagtitipon sa ating lahat. Sa pagkakataong ito, nais po nating ipalabas ang maikling video kaugnay po ng ating pakikibaka bilang isang partido politikal. Panoorin po natin.
Nagkaroon siya ng taon ng mayamang kumikilos at nagtatanggol sa ating demokrasya, ang PDP-Laban. Ang pagtutol sa diktadurya ng Panginoong Marcos ang nagsulong para mabuo ang PDP-Laban noong taong 1982. Ito ay tinatag sa Club Pilipino Lungsod ng Cebu. Pinangunahan ni Karen ng Cagayan de Oro City at iba pang lider ng oposisyon mula sa Mindanao, sa Visayas at Luzon ang pagbubuo at paglulunsad ng partido. Si Atty. Bote Jose, isang Christian Democrat, ang unang naging pangulo mula sa Luzon at ang dating Senador Lorenzo Tanyada ang siya naman naging honorary chairman ng partido. Pinalakas at pinalawak ang PDP-Laban sa pakipagsanib puwersa sa Partido Lakas ng Bayan noong 1983 at narehistro bilang isang pambansang partido sa Comelec. Nagpatuloy ang pagtanggap ng mga kasapi mula sa iba't ibang barangay sa buong Pilipinas at naging bahagi ng PDP-Laban ng mga saysayang EDSA Revolution. Ito ang pagpapabagsak sa pamunuan ni Ginoong Marcos noong 1986. Ang pagkapanalo ni Ginang Cory Aquino, si Canele ay naging kalihim ng Ministry of Local Government na naging daan upang mapalitan ang mga local government official at isa sa makabuluhang batas ang nagawa. Ito ay ang RE o Republic Act 7160 o tinatawag natin Local Government Code na nagbigay ng higit na kapangyarihan sa pamahalaang lokal. Aktibong lumahok ang partido sa mga halalang pangpanunuhan at panglokal upang maisulong ang adhikain ng programa ng PDP-Laban sa larangang ekonomiya, politika at panglipunan. Sa ilalim ng Administrasyong Duterte, masigasig natin sinulong ang federalismo upang higit na mag-desentralisan ang pamamahala ng ating gobyerno. Hinarap din natin ang mga banta ng pag-agaw sa pamunuan mula sa pangkat nila Piping Cojuangco, Victor Garcia at ngayon sa pangkat nila Pusi.
The resolution to be adopted by this assembly to support the President in his fight against drugs.
Tayo ay naninindigan sa tama na partido. Mahigpit ang paniniwala ng ating mga kasapi sa 5 prinsipyo na maka-Diyos, maka-tao, mulang na pagkamakabansa, demokratikong sosyalismo at demokratikong pakikilahok. Sama-sama natin isusulong ang marangal na pamumuno at makabuluhang pagbabago sa ilalim ng pamumuno at pamamahala ng ating mga leader na sina Senator Aquilino Pimentel bilang chairman at ang ating Pangulo na si Senator Manny Pacquiao. Naniniwala tayo ng Pilipinas ay dapat sa Pilipino at para sa ating laging una ang mahihirap.
Tatlongpu't siyam na taon na po ang ating istorya. Halos mag-aapat ng dekada. Pero nananatili tayong matatag at nananatili tayong sama-sama. Sa gitna ng ating pong mga suliranin at hamon na kinakaharap sa ngayon, higit kailangan ang mas matatag at mas malalim na pagtataya, hindi para sa ating sarili, pero sa ating bayan. Kayo po ay muli kong inaanyayahan sa hapon na ito para muling bigkasin ang ating panunumpa bilang mga kasapi ng partido. nangyari pong tumayo tayo at magtaas ng kamay na ating pong kaliwang kamay. Sabay-sabay po natin itong bibigkasin. Ako banggitin ang inyong pangalan, na tinanggap bilang kasapi ng Partido Demokratiko Pilipino, Lakas ng Bayan o PDP-Laban, ay sumusumpa na itataguyod ko ang saligang batas ng partido na kung saan nakalahad ang aking paniniwala at paninindigan para sa kalayaan, pagkakaisa, katarungan, pagkapantay-pantay, pananagutang panglipunan, kasarinlan, mabisang pagkilos, pagkamakabayan, at federalismo. Susundin ko ang mga alituntunin at patakarang ipinatutupad ng kinauukulang pamunuan ng partido. Itataguyod ko at makikiisa sa mga pagkilos ng partido. Iaalay ko ang aking sarili sa masalimuot, ngunit kinakailangang tungkulin para sa ikaunlad ng bawat mamamayang Pilipino at sa kalayaan ng bayan. Lahat ng ito ay aking tinatanggap ng kusang loob at walang pasubali, kasi hanawa ako ng may kapal. Maaari na po tayong magsiupo. Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat, Ka-Pines, at maraming salamat sa inyo lahat sa pagbigkas natin ng panunumpa bilang kasapi ng partido. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we proceed to the next item in our agenda, which is the recognition of PDP-Laban founder, Senate President Aquilino Nene Pimentel Jr., and that Ka Marlo Tabak, Regional President of Region 10, be recognized.
Let us now proceed to the next item in our agenda. Mr. Marlo Tabak is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the PDP-Laban National Council Assembly bestowed the highest of honor upon former Senate President Aquilino Pimentel Jr. for founding our party and for dedicating his life to the pursuit of our party's basic principle and basic objective. By adopting the resolution, I am now proposing the National Headquarters Assembly this resolution, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Marlo Tabak. But may you give us the salient points of your proposed resolution?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, allow me to read some parts of this resolution, Mr. Chairman. Resolution honoring former Senate President Aquilino Nene Pimentel Jr., our Tatay Nene Pimentel, for founding the PDP-Laban and dedicating his life to the pursuit of the PDP-Laban basic principles and objectives. Whereas it is the policy of the PDP-Laban to remember the roots and honor the contribution of our founder, Aquilino Tatay Nene Pimentel Jr., who who has served the Philippines in high degree of devotion and excellence. Whereas Tatay Nene Pimentel passed the bar in 1959 and became a lawyer for the poor. Whereas Tatay Nene Pimentel had 5 decades of strenuous and unblemished career of public servant, elected as Constitutional Convention delegates of Misamis Oriental in 1971, Mayor of Cagayan de Oro in 1980, member of the Batasang Pambansa in 1984, and Senator in the Republic of the Philippines in 1987 to 1992. In 1998 to 2004 and 2004 to 2010. And appointed as Minister of Local Government in 1986. Presidential Advisor on National Affairs in 1987 and member of the Consultative Committee to review the 1987 Constitution in 2018. Whereas on February 1982, Tatay Nene Pimentel founded the Partido Demokratiko Pilipino, PDP, a non-traditional grassroots and program-based political party. Whereas on July 1982, Tatay Nene Pimentel spearheaded the merger of PDP with Laban, being the founder of PDP and an active leader and candidate under the slate of Laban. Whereas both PDP and Laban were formed to fight for the Filipino people, democratic rights and freedom. Hence, the PDP-Laban was committed to the following basic principles constituting the party: philosophy, theism, humanism, enlightened nationalism, democratic socialism, consultative and participatory democracy. Whereas Tatay Nene Pimentel is known as icon of the Philippines democracy, having endured 4 arrests fighting for democratic and democratic rights and freedom against the Marcos dictatorship. Whereas, pursuant to the PDP-Laban basic principle and basic objective, Tatay Nene Pimentel authored landmark laws and most famous and impactful, which is the Local Government Code of 1991 or Republic Act 7160. Whereas, aside from having been legislated by excellence, Tatay Nene Pimentel was also the chairman of federalism, which the basic objectives of PDP-Laban. Whereas Tatay Nene Pimentel has dedicated his life to the party for the pursuit of PDP-Laban's basic principle and objective. Whereas the PDP-Laban is still active and strong today as the grassroots and program-based political party, a true Filipino political organization, because of the strong foundation provided the founder today, Tatay Nene Pimentel, and it is the good example in the life which party members can get inspiration from. Wherefore, be it resolved as it hereby resolved that PDP-Laban bestowed the highest honor upon our founder, former Senate President Aquilino Nene Pimentel Jr., our beloved Tatay Nene Pimentel, for founding the PDP-Laban and dedicating his life to the pursuit of PDP-Laban's basic principle and objective. That is, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. There is a pending motion. Is there any objection to the motion to adopt the resolution bestowing the highest honors upon our founder, Senate President Tatay Nene Pimentel? Hearing none, the motion is approved and the resolution is hereby adopted. Salamat sa inyong lahat, most especially to Camarlo Tabak, the sponsor. May we hear the response from the family of Tatay Nene Pimentel through Nanay Bing Pimentel, who is the composer of our PDP-Laban party hymn. Do we have the response, please?
A public servant should have character, means integrity. He is what he is, whether he's in front of people or by himself. Number two, he should have competence because even if he has character and competence, how can he serve the people properly? And thirdly, he must also have courage because courage will enable him to stand up for what he believes is right, no matter what the cost would be.
sa kanya.
Kanina yun.
Kailan kaya ang bukang liwayway? Ang tibo
Panayayaman kayo. Ang pakay ng serbisyo publiko na makatulong kayo sa pangangailangan ng taong bayan. So sana kahit yun lang ang maalaala ninyo sa mga sinasabi ko, maraming salamat sa inyo lahat.
Good day and greetings to the authentic members of the PDP-Laban. Thank you for honoring and recognizing the ideas, beliefs, and sacrifices of the founder of PDP, Nana Pimentel, who, together with the regional freedom fighters, bravely organized a political party to fight the dictator Marcos in a peaceful way. Alam naman po natin na noong February 6, 1982, sa Cebu po itinatag ang Partido Demokratiko Pilipino, PDP. Napakaraming pong taong dumalo at hindi po natakot tanggapin ang tatak PDP. Tatak ng katapangan hanggang magpakulong at hanggang pagtanggol ang tunay na kagyagain ng demokrasya. At sa naman po, sa partido po ni Senator Ninoy Aquino, Lakas ng Bayan, Laban, ay nakita po nila tugma ang kagitain ng PDP at ang laban kung kaya nagkaroon po ng merger noong July 1982. Kaya ngayon, kayo lahat po ay PDP-Laban. Isang partido, maka-Diyos, maka-tao, maka-bayan. At ito po ay pinupunan ng buhay ni Ninoy para sa partido at para sa bayan at mga sakripisyo. 4 beses na itinulong si Nene ang Marcialo at ang buhay ni Marcialo ay napakahirap. Itinayo po nila ang partido PDP-Laban na dinaanan ng dugo, sakripisyo at pagmamahal para po hindi lamang sa inyo, kung hindi sa mga darating na henerasyon. Isang political party na tunay na may ideolohiya, prinsipyo at program government. Kaya, mga kapatid, tinawagan ko kayo kanina ng authentic members. Paano ba ninyo malalaman na kayo talaga members lamang ninyo? Ang mga kuminsan, kung gusto niyang malaman na talagang anak niya isang bata, ay nagkakaroon ng DNA test, hindi ba? Kaya ng ating partido, ang DNA ba ng PDP-Laban at DNA ng laban partido ni Ninoy Aquino? Ito bang PDP-Laban sa sangalan ay nandito ngayon sa inyo mga authentic members na tinatawag ko? Nasa kaisipan ba ninyo? Nasa inyong bang puso? At nasa inyong bang mga damdamin ang tunay na nagkain ng PDP-Laban? Pinaghirapan po ni Nene at Ninoy ang partido para po sa ating lahat at sa mga darating na henerasyon para magkaroon ng tunay na pagpapalakad kung ikaw ay nasa gobyerno at nasa poder. Bilang may bahay ni Nene Pimentel, 83 years old na po ako, salamat naman po sa Diyos at buhay pa, ay nakita ko po ang pagganap ng PDP-Laban at ang paglaki. Hanggang ngayon po. Kaya ako po'y nasisiyahan na nabigyan ng pagkakataon na maging testigo na ang DNA po ng PDP-Laban ni Nene at DNA po ng PDP at DNA po ng Laban ni Ninoy ay nandito po sa tinatawag ko authentic PDP-Laban. At ito po ay pinagkatiwala kina Senator Coco Pimentel at Senator Manny Pacquiao. Nasa kanila po ang otoridad, nasa kanila po ang kapangyarihan, at nasa kanila po ang responsibilidad na ipagpatuloy ang tunay at hikain ng PDP-Laban. Kaya ako nananawagan sa lahat na tayo pong magkaisa. Huwag na po natin sirain ang magandang kasinungalingan. Huwag na po natin sirain. At ako pinananalangin na tayo kung lahat ay malilanagan. Andiyan po ang Panginoon at alam po niya ang nasa ating kaisipan, kalooban at sa ating puso. Kaya po, ngayon po, ako humihiling sa lahat, magkaisa po tayo. At ako po'y nagpapasalamat ulit na nanunitahan dito sa napakagandang okasyon. Salamat sa pagpaparangal kay Nene. At bilang isa ka na, ako po'y nananawagan sa Holy Spirit na lahat po kayong lahat dito ay basbasan. Bigyan po kayo ng grasya so that you will have strength, you will have proper discernment, and you will have courage to go on with your mission and to propagate PDP-Laban, ipagpatuloy ang laban at ang tunay po na adhikain ng partido. Tunay po na mga Diyos, mga tao at makabayan. Alam po ninyo si Nene, kung siya po ay bago po siya mag-end ng kanyang mga sinasabi, ay kumakanta ng You Are My Sunshine. Ako naman po ay magsasabi lang sa inyo, You are the sunshine of Nene Pimentel. Go and spread the sunshine all over the Philippines. Ang PDP-Laban. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. At thank you. I love you.
Maraming salamat, Nanay Bing Pimentel. Salamat din sa pag-compose ninyo sa aming party hymn. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, we are delighted to recognize the presence of Attorney Alberto Dean, the Regional President of Region 9. Also, Mr. Chairman, General Reyes of Tawi-Tawi. Respectfully, may request for suspension, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, there is a motion to suspend our session for a few minutes. We will take advantage of that to improve the sound system because our online delegates are complaining of they cannot hear us properly. So, session is suspended for a few minutes. Dagang salamat ka Felix Rengel, Ingunya original charter member of the PDP-Laban 1980s pa po si ka Felix Rengel. So, my dear friends, delegates, salamat. Our party president, Senator Emmanuel Pacquiao, has been nominated to be PDP-Laban official candidate for President of the Republic of the Philippines in the May 2022 national elections. Any other nominations, Mr. Floor Leader?
Mr. Chairman, I am Harold Yu, Secretary General of Region 13, wants to be recognized.
Mr. I am Harold Yu is recognized.
Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead.
Chairman, I'm representing Mindanao in the youth sector. I also nominate our party president, Senator Emmanuel Manny Pacquiao, the PDP-Laban official candidate for president in this 2022 national elections.
Salamat po. Any other, Mr. Floor Leader?
Mr. Chairman, Attorney Julieta Poday, Chapter President of Kalinga, wants to be recognized.
Attorney Julieta Poday from Kalinga is recognized.
May I hear from now?
Go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, I'm a representative of the women and the indigenous peoples. So I respectfully request nominate as President Senator Manuel Pacquiao for the presidential election on 2022.
Salamat po, Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, Noel Oni Bayona, Chapter President of Pasay City, wants to be recognized.
Mr. Oni Bayona of Pasay is recognized.
Good afternoon po, Mr. Chairman. Setyembre 19, 2021. Isang makasaysayang araw, hindi lamang po sa ating partido, kundi pati na rin po sa buong bansa. Ang maginoong ito, kapag nagsalita, ay puno ng sinseridad at integridad. Puso ang ginagamit bilang leader, lumalaban para sa katotohanan, naninindigan para sa kanyang mga kababayan. Mapagkakatiwala sa kanya ang bayan. Kailangan po natin ng liwanag, Mr. Chairman. Liwanag na sa dulo ng kadiliman ay magsisilbing gabay at pag-asa na susundan nating mga Pilipino. Mula po ako sa lungsod ng Pasay, nakapaglingkod bilang konsihal at naging bahagi po ng local government unit. Mr. Chairman, party mates, sambayan ng Pilipino, with pure honesty, love of God and country, I respectfully nominate Senator Manny Pacquiao to be our official candidate for President this May 9, 2022 election. Kalugdan tayo ng Diyos, mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas, mabuhay ang tunay na PDP-Laban, mabuhay!
Salamat ka, Oni. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, Attorney Arnold Segundo, Regional President of Region 1, wants to be recognized.
Attorney Arnold Segundo of Region 1 is recognized. Okay, Floor Leader, maybe we can come back to Attorney Segundo later.
Thank you,
Floor Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, former Mayor Fernando Comigad, Secretary General of Region 2, wants to be recognized.
Former Mayor Comigad is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, we are from Region 2 and we strongly nominate our National Party President, Senator Manny Pacquiao, as the PDP-Laban official candidate for President in this 2022 national election. Ang mga prinsipyo at adhikain ng ating partido PDP-Laban ay nasaksihan natin lahat na isinabuhay ng kasalukuyang presidente ng ating partido, Senator Manny Pacquiao. Maka-Diyos, ginagalang ang karapatan ng tao, kapakanan ng bayan bago ang sarili. Pantay-pantay na oportunidad para sa lahat, nakikinig at nakipag-ugnayan sa mga kababayan. Lahat ng mga simpisyo na ito, nakikita kay Senator Manny Pacquiao. Kung may leader na nakakaintindi kung ano ang pakiramdam ng mga hirap sa buhay, wala lang higit pa kay Senator Manny Pacquiao. Kaya ko na pakig na kahadwa. Nang rangluna, kada kayo na taga-amyanan. Napagkaykaysaan kayo itinaipustuan na pinangilungalon iti madaydayaw na Senator Manny Pacquiao. Atas opisyal na kandidato iti PDP-Laban para iti opisina iti Presidente iti Pilipinas. Pag namnamaan, talaing iti partido tayo. Ludikit ng langluna, iti panagarang ay iti intero na paghindiyan iti Pilipinas. I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Salamat, Region 2. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, Ka Jonathan Miole, Chapter President of Barangay Mabiga, Mabalacat City, Pampanga, wants to be recognized.
Jonathan Miole from Pampanga is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, yours truly is Bishop Jonathan Kendall Miole, representing Region 3, and we strongly nominate our National Party President, Senator Manny Pacquiao, as the PDP-Laban official candidate for president in the up-and-coming 2022 national elections. Our reasons are being, he is the wisest of all candidates as he has the genuine fear of God, and this is the beginning of wisdom, authentic wisdom. He is the man of destiny as he has been picked by God himself. He came from where most Filipinos are, and he understands the very plight of all Filipinos. And Senator Manny Pacquiao is the only one in our history that can unite all Filipinos each time he fights. Now his fight, our fight, we shall once again be one with him. On May 22 elections, he shall be the man to be reckoned with, and he shall be the next President of the Republic of the Philippines. I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Salamat, Region 3. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, Mark Bertuldo, Chapter President of Barangay Bukal, Tansa, Cavite, wants to be recognized.
Mr. Bertoldo of Cavite is recognized.
Mr. Chair, maraming salamat po. Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Kami po sa Region 4A, Calabarzon, ay naniniwala sa liderato at busilak ng puso ng ating mahal na Senator Manny Pacquiao. Siya ang pag-asa ng ating inang bayan sa lahat ng aspeto. At tulad sa kanyang determinasyon para wakasan ang korupsyon sa ating bansa at may bangon sa kahirapan ang ating mga kababayan. Kaya, Mr. Chair, we strongly nominate Senator Manny Pacquiao as our official candidate for 2022 presidential election. Maraming salamat po.
Salamat, Region 4A. Mr. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, Vice Governor Antonio Perez, Secretary General of Region 4B, wants to be recognized.
Vice Governor Perez from Region 4B is recognized. Mr. Floor Leader, we can come back to Vice Governor Perez.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, former Governor Robert Rodrigueza, Regional President of Region 5, wants to be recognized.
Former Governor Rodrigueza from Region 5 is recognized.
Mr. Chair, may I be recognized?
Go ahead, sir.
Galing po sa rehiyon ng mga Oragon, Bicol Region. We nominate Senator Manny Pacquiao to be the official candidate for president in the May 9, 2022 elections. Senator MP stands for MP, magiting na Pilipino, magaling na Pilipino. Manny Pacquiao, MP, Mr. President. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Salamat, Region 5. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, in lieu of Vice Governor Antonio Perez, we would like to recognize Vice Governor Peter Alfaro, Mindoro Occidental, Region 4B, to be recognized.
Vice Governor Peter Alfaro is recognized.
And we strongly nominate our national party president, Senator Manny Pacquiao, to be our official candidate for the presidential election of May 2022 national election. And I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Salamat po sa Region 4B. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, Wilson Jeronimo, Secretary General of Region 6, wants to be recognized.
Mr. Jeronimo from Region 6 is recognized. Please unmute Mr. Jeronimo.
Mr. Chairman.
Oh, yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Mr. Chairman, the Honorable Senator Coco Pimentel and the progressively proud and strong members of the PDP-Laban Party, it is with great pride and honor joining you on this much-awaited revelation hour. The Karaya and Ilonggo-speaking people of Western Visayas hereby express their consent and in chorus we declare in consensus. Mr. Chairman, on behalf of PDP-Laban Region 6, unanimously nominate the Honorable Senator and President of PDP-Laban, Manuel Manny Pacquiao, to be the standard bearer of the party for President of the Republic of the Philippines in the May 9, 2022 national local election.
Salamat, Region 6. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, Jack Raymond from Region 7 wants to be recognized.
Jack Raymond from Region 7 is recognized. Region 7, Cebu. Cebu. See online. A floor leader, we can proceed.
Mr. Chairman, Mary Jane Solomon, Regional President of Region 8, wants to be recognized.
Ma'am Mary Jane Salomon from Region 8 is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Maupay na pulo. Tamang masalamat, Mr. Chairman. My name is Mary Jane Solomon from Region 8. Regional President of PDP-Laban. And we, the people from Region 8, sincerely support, can we recommend and strongly nominate our party president, Senator Emmanuel Pacquiao as PDP-Laban official candidate in the 2022 national elections. Damo nga salamat, sigurado kita, kan Manny Pacquiao, simple, para sa mga pobre, diri makawat na kandidato.
Salamat, Region 8. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, Attorney Alberto Din, Regional President of Region 9, wants to be recognized.
Attorney Boggs Din from Region 9 is recognized. Mr. Floor Leader, we can continue.
Mr. Chairman, Dr. Manny Haudian, Deputy Secretary General for Mindanao, wants to be recognized.
Dr. Manny Haudian from Mindanao is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, can you hear me?
Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, Senator Coco Pimentel, year 2016, our party won. It was met with jubilation. It also opened the floodgates for political prostitutes and opportunists. And many of these pretenders are lurking in the dark corners of the corridors of power. Today, after a series of virtual consultations, limited face-to-face sessions, we from the promised land of Mindanao nominate a boxing icon, epitome of humility, symbol of hope, lampara ng mga kabos, disciplined and focused person, a man who practice and observe the rules of fair play, a leader who can redefine our party and our nation. And above all, Mr. Chairman, best illustrate what humanity is all about. Our nomination goes to our presidential candidate, PDP-Laban Pacquiao, dapat sa Pilipinas para ituloy ang laban sa bayan. Mr. Chairman, 2022 is crucial. Our party patriots, I beg you, we from Mindanao, not that we from Mindanao love our president less, but that we love Manny Pacquiao more. Daghang salamat.
Daghang salamat, Region 10 and Mindanao. Okay, Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, Jackson Reyes, Regional President of Region 11, wants to be recognized.
Mr. Jackson Reyes of Region 11 is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, as a representative and regional president of Region 11, we strongly nominate our national party president, our boxing hero, and an only 8 division world boxing champion, and a God-fearing man, Senator Manny Pacquiao, as the PDP official candidate for president in the national election 2022. Mabuhay ang PDP-Laban!
Salamat, Region 11. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, Attorney Alberto Din, Regional President of Region 9, wants to be recognized.
Is Attorney Boggs Din already online? You are recognized, sir. Please unmute Attorney Boggs Din. Hindi sa kanya.
Okay. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Do you hear me, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir. Yes, Boggs. Go ahead.
Again, I am honored and privileged Manny Pacquiao to be our standard Privileged because it is a right opportunity for me, Region 9, and honored because Manny Pacquiao is one of us. He is our blood relative. I am a Pacquiao, man, and therefore I highly and most respectfully nominate Senator Emmanuel Manny Pacquiao to be official candidate of the Partido Democrático Pilipino Lakas ng Bayan, or PDP-Laban, for the highest office of the land, that is President of the Republic of the Philippines in this coming May 9 elections. I nominate you, Manny, not because you are my nephew, although we call each other Gaang, but mainly because of our strongest belief and conviction that you are the most qualified, the most capable and credible person to run, lead, and unite our country. And so your love for your country now is beyond dispute, and you are the living embodiment of that man who offers his life for his country. You showed us the true meaning of sacrifice, and as a fulfillment of the lines of the national anthem that we have, and I will talk and I will speak in Spanish in the original text, es una gloria para tus hijos. Cuando Dios pende por ti morir, aming ligaya ng anang manumatay, kung aming ligaya ng may mga api ang mamatay ng dahil sa. Thank you very much and muchísimas gracias. In Cebuano.
Salamat, Region 9. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, former Congressional Representative Faisa Dumarpa from the Barm region wants to be recognized.
Former Congresswoman Dumarpa from Barm region is recognized.
Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead, ma'am, go ahead.
Good afternoon. I am very glad that I am given this rare opportunity and for a privilege to nominate the next President of the Republic of the Philippines. Mr. Chairman, to me, it is my belief that the candidate for the next President of the Republic of the Philippines must possess the following qualities or qualifications. Poor and tainted record as public servant, has never been involved in drugs, with proven capability of building the sound economy and proven effort to solve the problems on poverty. Mr. Chairman, my fellow PDP-Labans, these qualities and qualifications are among the qualifications or qualities supported to the candidate whom I am going to nominate this afternoon. Now, therefore, Mr. Chairman, in behalf of the Muslim population in this country, more particularly the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, may I respectfully nominate our one and only Pambansang Kamao, Senator Manny Pacquiao, as an official PDP-Laban candidate for the office of the President of the Republic of the Philippines. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Maraming salamat po sa BARMM region. Can we go back to Mr. Floor Leader to Region 1? Mr. Segundo is online already.
Mr. Chairman, Attorney Arnold Segundo, Regional President of Region 1, is hereby recognized.
Mr. Arnold Segundo of Region 1 is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, from the Ilocos region, I have honorable next president.
Salamat.
Possible. Thank you.
Salamat po, Region 1. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, Vice Governor Edsel Lagman from the Bicol region wants to be recognized.
Vice Governor Edsel Lagman from Bicol is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Chairman, Honorable Senator Aquilino Coco Pimentel III, I respectfully nominate Senator Manny Pacquiao, an official candidate of the PDP-Laban 2022 election. May 9, rather.
Thank you. Thank you, Vice Governor Lagman. So, Mr. Floor Leader, can I now proceed? Okay na? Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, our party president, Senator Emmanuel Manny Pacquiao, has been nominated multiple times to be the official candidate of PDP-Laban for President of the Republic of the Philippines in the May 2022 elections. So the chairman would now ask if Senator Manny Pacquiao accepts his nomination from PDP-Laban. Sagot ka muna. Do you accept? Do you accept, sir, your nomination?
Yes, I accept.
Okay, so Party President Pacquiao has accepted his nomination. Floor Leader, close the nomination. Floor
Mr.
Leader.
Chairman, Attorney Paisalin Tago, Regional President of BARM, wants to be recognized.
Attorney Paisalin Tago of BARM is recognized.
Sa kanila? Hindi sa atin.
Attorney Tago, what is the motion?
Mr. Chairman.
Dahil siya ay nanggaling sa hirap, ramdam niya ang mga kapuspalan. Si Manny Pacquiao ang inintay, hangarin niya sa ating ay tunay. Tayo ay magkaisa para sa ating tagumpay.
God is good all the time. In the right time, perfect time, we will recover and God will bless you all. Our country will be prosperous and successful. Huwag kayong mawala ng pag-asa. Huwag kayong mabahala. Nandiyan ang Panginoon palagi naggagabay sa atin. Kailangan na natin manatili tayo kung saan yung tama. Kailangan ipaglaban kung saan yung tama.
Ang kapwa ko, Pilipino, sabik lahat silang umasenso. May kabuhayan, mga tao, walang gutom, walang gulo. May tahanan masisilungan, may laman ang hapagkainan, mga anak nag-aaral, walang maiiwan. Si Manny Pacquiao ay narito, handa tulungan ang mga tao. Dahil siya ay nanggaling sa hirap, ramdam niya mga kapuspalan. Si Manny ang ating hangarin niya sa ating ay tunay. Tayo'y magkakaisa para sa ating tagumpay.
Hello? Pwede ko bang tanggalin yung mask ko? Total, wala namang ano eh. Para sa ating mga members, grassroots members of PDP-Laban, PCCM movement, MP4P movement, MPPM, USMP, MP Panalo ang Puso, MP Nation, Fulfill, MP SIM, Pacman para sa Bayan, MP BARM, MP Grassroots, Great Leaders, MP3, PCM, and PROMD. And of course, to my sister-in-law, Lurili Pacquiao, to our Honorable Senator Coco Pimentel, Congressman Lito Atienza, ang aking kaibigan, Mimo Osmeña, former Governor Lots Barbo, Congressman Arnie Teves, my friend Buddy Zamora, our campaign manager. Army Di Matilio, Congressman Eric Pineda, PDP National Executive Committee, Vice Governor Lagman, Vice Governor Peter Alparo, at sa aking asawa, siyempre, baka ma-outside di Colombo ako. Ang aking asawang napakaganda, nag-iisang asawa, walang iba kundi si Jinky Pacquiao. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Sabi ng Psalm 89 verse 14, righteousness and justice is the foundation of a prosperous and strong nation. Nais kong batiin at pasalamatan ang aking mga kababayan na nag-effort pa para sumali dito sa event na ito. Dagang salamat sa atong mga kaigsunan diya sa Visayas and Mindanao. To Senator Coco Pimentel, ang patuloy na nagtataguyod ng PDP-Laban. Sa mga kasama namin sa panibagong laban at sa lahat ng mga kababayan sa iba't ibang panig ng Pilipinas na ngayon ay kasama natin sa pagtitipon gamit ang teknolohiya. Maraming salamat po. Ang pagpapasalamat ko ay hindi enough. Hindi sapat na sabihin lamang. Gusto pong taos puso na ipaabot sa inyo ang taos pusong pasasalamat. I am a fighter and I will always be a fighter inside and outside the ring. Sa buong buhay ko, wala akong laban na inaatrasan. Dahil sa ngalan ng prinsipyo, karangalan ng bayan, ay tumayo ako, nanindigan at nagkikipaglaban. Ang Manny Pacquiao na kilala ninyo bilang pangbansang kamao ay walang pinag-iba sa Manny Pacquiao na kasama ninyo laban sa kahirapan at katiwalian. Sa loob ng ilang buwan, ako ay nanahimik. Ako po ay walang sinabi. Ako sa gitna ng kabila-kabilang pagsubok dito mismo sa loob ng ating partido, ang PDP-Laban na aking tinanggap, kinalinga at pinagtanggol, ay pilit akong binubuwag ng ilan sa ngalan ng pansariling interest at politika. Sa kabila nito, ay nandito ako ngayon upang ipakita sa inyo na higit sa partido, prinsipyo at paninindigan ang mahalaga. Higit sa sarili, bayan dapat ang mauna. Sa mga nagtatanong kung ano ang aking kagayahan, naranasan niyo po bang magutom? Naranasan niyo na po bang walang makain? Ang mangutang sa kapitbahay o mag-aabang ng tira sa karinderya? Alam niyo po ba ang pakiramdam ng isang Pilipino na nakipaglaban sa boxing, nagpapabugbog sa kalabang mas malaki at mas malakas para makabili ng pagkain? Ang Manny Pacquiao na nasa harapan ninyo ngayon ay pinanday ng hirap. Si Manny Pacquiao na kasama ninyo ngayon ay dumaan sa lahat ng klaseng sakit at sakripisyo sa buhay. Maiahon lang ang pamilya mula sa kahirapan. At ang Manny Pacquiao na pilit nilang pinababagsak ay ilang bisis nang bumangon, nagsikap at nagtagumpay. Alam niyo po ba, damang-dama ko po ang nararamdaman ninyong lahat. Alam ko ang hirap na naranasan ninyo at alam ko ang pagod na po kayong lahat. Pagod na po tayong lahat sa sitwasyon ng ating bansa, sa paghihirap ng bawat na maliliit na tao. Mga kababayan, we need progress. We need to win against poverty. We need government to serve our people with integrity, compassion, and transparency. Sawang-sawa na tayo sa mga pangako ng pagbabago. Inip na ang taong bayan, nagtatanong, kailan ba matatapos ang kanilang paghihirap? The time is now. Ngayon na ang panahon. We are ready to rise to the challenge of leadership. To the PDP-Laban, I urge you to bear this in mind. The strength of our party lies in the trust of our people. whether we are 10,000 or 1,000,000 strong, or as long as we have our people's trust, then we are unbeatable because God is with us. Ngayon, sa takdang araw na ito, gusto ko pong alalahanin ninyo, sa ngalan po ng mga kababayan natin na matagal nang naghahangad ng tamang pagbabago sa ating pamahalaan, tapat na panunungkulan at serbisyo sa mamamayang Pilipino. Buong puso ko po, buong tapang at kababaang loob ay umaasa po ako sa inyong suporta. Suporta may dalangin ng gabay sa Panginoon. Tinatanggap ko po ang inyong nominasyon sa akin bilang kandidato sa pagkapangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas. Panahon na upang manalo naman ang mga naaapi. Panahon na upang makabangon ang bayan natin na lugmok sa kahirapan. Panahon na ang isang malinis na gobyerno kung saan bawat sentimo ay mapupunta para sa bawat Pilipino. Mga kababayan ko sa Visayas at Mindanao, ginahangyo ko kamong tanan na mag-uban-uban ta, magkahiusa ta para sa tinud-anay nga pagbag-o para sa atong kalambuan. Nagpasalamat ko sa inyong walay puas nga pagsuporta. Mauna niya ang atong higayon para maipaglaban ang inyong karapatan. Amo na ni mga kasimanwa ko. Amo na ni ang tinion sa pagbangon. Mag-inupod kita tanan. Magkaisa kita. Mabato kita. Sa mga nanunungkulan sa ating pamahalaan na patuloy na nagsasamantala at nagnanakaw sa kaban ng bayan, malapit na kayong magsama-sama sa kulungan. Your time is up. Binigyan namin kayo ng pagkakataon, ngunit kami ay inyong binigo. Naghintay po kami na mahabang panahon, ilang dekada na ang lumipas, pero wala ding nangyari. Sawa na kami sa inyong mga pangako, sa inyong mga dahilan. Sa ngalan ng PDP-Laban at ng bawat Pilipino, nangangarap ng isang maunlad na buhay, si Manny Pacquiao po ay handang gumabay at mamuno sa inyo sa panahon ng kahirapan, pagbangon at pag-asinso. Panahon na magsama-sama po tayo. Ako po ay naniniwala, even the impossible can happen if it is ordained by the Lord. Ang sabi ng Biblia, with people, this is impossible. But with God, all things are possible. Wala pong imposible kung ito ay itinakda ng ating Panginoon.
Kaya lalaban tayo. Samahan niyo po ako, ang anak ng mahirap. Mahirap lang po kami. Kaya po magsama-sama tayo. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagsuporta at magsama-sama pa po tayo sa mga darating na panahon. God bless po.
Isang taong may puso at handa kang ipaglaban, ang tanging nais lang iahon ka sa kahirapan. Di niya papayagan kung mali ang katuwiran, ang mahalaga makita ang katotohanan. Di bali nang mababa ang kanyang pinag-aralan, di bali nang mahirap ang kanyang pinagmulan, di bali nang napitin at durugin ng kalaban, basta't para sa bayan handa lagi siyang lumaban. Bayan, bangon, huwag kang mabagon, darating din ang ating hinahanap. Bayan, laban, huwag kang matakot, darating din ang tunay na pag-asa.
Isang taong matapang ngunit may takot sa Diyos, handang lumaban kahit sino pa ang nasa likod.
Dudurugin ang mapagpahirap sa lahat, kaya humanda na sa kamao niyang malakas. May kakampi na ang maraming mahihirap, may magtatanggol na sa ating lahat. May pag-asa na upang tayo'y marinig, pangarap ng mahirap atin ang makakamit. Bayan, bangon, huwag kang mapagod, darating din ang ating hinahanap. Bayan, laban, huwag kang matakot, darating din ang tunay na pag-asa. Lagi na lang, kapag mahirap wala kang alam, kay rami nilang mga dahilan, wala naman tayong karapatan. Minamaliit, ginigipit, pinapahirapan na malupit, pangarap lang ay maglibot sa maliliit. Bayan, bangon, huwag kang mapagod, darating din ang ating hinahanap. Bayan, laban, huwag kang matakot, darating din ang tunay na pag-asa. Bayan, bangon, huwag kang mapagod, darating din ang ating hinahanap. Bayan, laban, huwag kang matakot, darating din ang tunay na pag-asa. Bayan, bangon, huwag kang mapagod, darating din ang ating hinahanap. Bayan, laban, huwag kang matakot, darating din ang tunay na pag-asa. Bayan, bangon, huwag kang mapagod, darating din ang ating hinahanap. Bayan, laban, huwag kang matakot, darating din ang tunay na pag-asa.
We hereby proclaim Emmanuel D. Manny Pacman
Pacquiao. We declare suspension of the assembly for 5 minutes, then we will resume. We will resume.
Isang tao may puso at handang kang ipaglaban. Ang tanging nais lang iahon ka sa kahirapan. Papayagan kung mali ang katuwiran. Ang mahalaga makita ang katotohanan. Parang mababa ang kanyang pinag-aralan. Di bali ng mahirap ang kanyang pinag-ilan. Di bali ng naiin at turuin ng dalaga. Basta't para sa bayan ng lalaki siyang lumaban. Bayan, bawal, huwag kang mabago. Darating ang ating hinahanap. Bayan, laban, huwag kang mabago. Darating ang tunay na pag-asa. Taong makakapagod, may takot sa Diyos. Handang lumaban kahit sino pa nasa likod. Tuturuin ang mapagpahirap sa lahat. Kaya buwan ka na sa pamakulit ang lahat. Ang piga ang marami kahihirap. May magtanggol na sa pagpinahan. May pag-asa na upang ayaw marinig. Pangarap ng mahirap atin ang makakawin. Bayan, bawal, huwag kang mabago. Darating ang ating hinahanap. Bayan, laban, huwag kang matakot. Darating ang tunay na pag-asa. Palaglagin ko ba? Emmanuel D. Manny Pacman Pacquiao.
Paano mo na yung music? Stop mo na yung music.
May we request everybody to sit down? We will continue with the program.
Let us resume our National Assembly. Thank you for everything. Congratulations to our presidential candidate, Senator Manny Pacquiao. We wish him all the best. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, Boniparte Salinas, Regional President of Region 13, or the Caraga region, wants to be recognized.
Mr. Boniparte Salinas of Region 13 is recognized. Still in the item of our participation in the May 2022 elections. Go ahead, sir. Mr. Salinas.
May nga po sa tanan. Mr. Chairman, since we have already chosen our
Just excuse me, Mr. Salinas, we cannot hear you. Volume lang po for Mr. Salinas.
Hello?
Now, yes, go ahead.
May nga po sa tanan. Mr. Chairman, since we have already chosen our presidential candidate, and there is no party mate who has expressed his or her desire to run for Vice President, I move that we delegate to our presidential candidate, Senator Manny Pacquiao, the power and authority to choose his Vice Presidential running mate. Tagang salamat, mabuhay si President Manny Pacquiao, mabuhay ang PDP-Laban.
Second, second the motion. The motion actually is to delegate the choice of the vice presidential candidate, his running mate, to our presidential candidate, Senator Manny Pacquiao. Is there any objection to the motion? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Mr. Floor Leader.
Former Vice Governor Ferdinand Pecardal, Chapter President of Barangay of Eastern Samar, wants to be recognized.
Former Vice Governor Picardal of Eastern Samar is recognized. Lord Leader, we can always come back to Vice Governor Picardal.
Mr. Chairman, Ma'am Norma Sugang, Chapter President of Barangay Minawag, Dipolog City, wants to be recognized.
Ma'am Norma Sugang of Region 9 is recognized. Ayun o.
Mic test, mic test.
Sige, Ma'am Norma, go ahead, go ahead.
Yes, daghang salamat. May ngapon sa tanan mga PDP-Laban. Ikan sa Zamboanga del Norte, Norma Sugang, a member of PDP-Laban since 1982. Now, still I am a member until now. I second the motion for former Governor Lotgardo Barbo as official candidate of PDP-Laban for Senator this coming 2022 national election. Mabuhay ang PDP-Laban!
Daghang salamat, Ma'am Norma.
Daghang salamat sa po ang Senator Manny Pacquiao.
Again, salamat ma'am. That is the nomination, the main nomination for former Governor Lutgardo Barbo to be nominated and proclaimed by the PDP-Laban as a senatorial candidate. Floor leader wants to be recognized. Okay, so we ask now former Governor Lutgardo Barbo if he is accepting his nomination as a senatorial candidate of the PDP-Laban. Thank you. So congratulations to our future Senator, Attorney Lutgardo Barbo. We wish you all the best and the whole party will work hard for your victory. Majority Leader, is there any other nomination?
Mr. Chairman, Welbert Cuenca, Secretary General of Region 10, wants to be recognized.
Mr. Welbert Cuenca is recognized from Region 10.
Mr. Chairman, good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Chairman, I have been a member of PDP-Laban since 1982. And I move that since we have already chosen our presidential candidate, we delegate to our presidential candidate our power and authority to choose and complete the PDP-Laban senatorial lineup in the May 2022 election.
Dagang salamat ka, Willie, for the motion. Seconded by the SecGen, but floor leader.
Mr. Chairman, Elvira Gan, Secretary General of Region 8, wants to be recognized to second the motion.
Elvira Gan of Region 8 is recognized. Okay, the purpose is to second, but the SecGen already seconded the nomination, the motion. So, ladies and gentlemen of the National Assembly, who had the motion to delegate to Senator Manny Pacquiao, our presidential candidate, the power and authority to complete the PDP-Laban senatorial lineup. Is there any objection to the motion? Hearing none, the motion is approved and the power and authority to choose additional candidates for senator under our party are hereby delegated to Senator Manny Pacquiao, our presidential candidate. So good luck to all of those who may be chosen and who may come from within our party and from outside of the party. Okay, but we will support them all. Floor leader.
Mr. Chairman, it is deemed necessary that we go back to the election of national officers and national committee chairpersons.
Let us now move on to the agenda items that we skipped earlier. No? So we now to the election of the national officers and national committee chairpersons. Floor leader.
Mr. Chairman, I move to recognize Attorney Charo Oca, Chapter President of Barangay Sambut Paniki, Tarlac, who is also the chairman of the Legal and Arbitration Committee of Region 3.
Attorney Charo Oca of Tarlac is recognized. Go ahead, Panyera.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good afternoon to everyone. Mr. Chairman, I understand that our party president, Senator Manny Pacquiao, has formed his ticket of officers to run for our party together with him. I believe that we should give them a chance to lead our beloved PDP-Laban. With such, for purposes of party unity, which is very important today, Mr. Chairman, I move that the national officers and national committee chairpersons be elected as a team. Their names are to be shown on the shared screen, and I most respectfully request your honor to read them for the record. Thank you.
Thank you for that motion.
Second.
Can we flash on the screen and on the shared screen online? Okay, so this is the motion that, my dear delegates, the motion is that we elect our national officers and national committee chairpersons whose names are now shown on the shared screen and in the screen behind us, which I will now read for the record at the names. Senator Emmanuel Manny Pacquiao, President. Attorney Lutgardo Barbo, Executive Vice President. Engineer Salvador T., Vice President for NCR. Congressman Aurelio Long Gonzales Jr., Vice President for Luzon. Attorney Michael Lopega, Vice President for Visayas. Former Board Member Roy Yap, Vice President for Mindanao. Congressman Arnolfo Teves Jr., Secretary General. Attorney Raymond Joseph Ayan Raji Mendoza, Deputy Secgen for NCR. Former Mayor Virgilio Bote, Deputy Secgen for Luzon. Dr. Dolorich Dumuluan, Deputy Secgen for Visayas. Dr. Manuel Haudian, Deputy Secgen for Mindanao. Evan Rebadulia, Treasurer. Attorney Jericho Salenga, Auditor. Fernando Carpio, Membership Committee Chairman. Mrs. Rufina Arcega, Education Committee Chairwoman. Sir Armin Demitilio, Finance Committee Chairman. Attorney Alberto Wilfredo Oxalis Jr., Legal Affairs and Arbitration Committee Chairman. Mr. Ronald Monsayak, Public Information Committee Chairman. Dr. Gregorio Murillo, Livelihood Committee Chairman. Mr. Jardine Brian Wong, Youth Affairs Committee Chairman. Okay, although my name is flashed on the screen, hindi po ako kasama kasi chairman, the position is chairman of the National Council. I have already been elected last August 29, 2021. Okay? So is there any motion, is there any objection to the motion of Attorney Oka to elect them as a team? There being none, those I have mentioned are hereby declared elected to their positions by acclamation. Congratulations to all of you. So may I now call all our national officers and national committee chairpersons who have just received their renewed mandate to please stand up. If you are here and then online, please allow the video to capture your whole image. Okay, so we will now take our oath of office. For a while, we will wait for our party president. Ano laman? Okay. So, okay, please raise your left hand and then repeat after me the oath of office. Ito, okay, as PDP-Laban officer. I state your name. Having been elected as the, state the position. Okay. Of the Partido Demokratiko Pilipino, Lakas ng Bayan, PDP-Laban. Do solemnly swear to abide by and uphold the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines and of the party.
The party.
To keep faith in and put into practice
Keep in and put into practice
the 5 basic principles of PDP-Laban
the 5 principles of PDP-Laban
and the basic objective of federalism. To perform my duties to the best of my abilities and capabilities, without fear or favor, with the aim in view of furthering the objectives of the party and advancing the interest of the community to which it is dedicated, and to conduct myself in a manner befitting a good and true PDP-Laban, so as to bring honor and prestige to the party. And that I take this pledge without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations to all of you. Mag-picture taking muna tayo. Together with our, can we flash the screen here? Yung elected members na nasa online, lang po, pakisama na lang sila sa picture. Okay. Come. Yan. Raji. Yung sa online, please kunan din natin ng picture yung ating officers online. Congratulations once again to all of you. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we proceed to the next item in our agenda, which is the delegation of the party president of the power and authority to put in place a system for the issuance of CONAS.
So we are now in the item mentioned by the floor leader. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we recognize Colonel Alberto Reyes, Regional President of Cordillera Administrative Region, CAR, for this item.
Cabebot Reyes is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Given the complexity of this matter, that past practices and the situation on the ground must be known by the decision maker, I move that we delegate the authority to put in place a system for the issuance of CONAS for our party president, Senator Manny Pacquiao.
Second.
Thank you for that motion. Duly seconded. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Party President Pacquiao is authorized to put in place a system for the issuance of CONA. Yun yung certificates of nomination and acceptance for our party official candidates. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we proceed to the next item in the agenda, which is to authorize the chairman, the party president, the secretary general, and the National Executive Committee to enter into a coalition, cooperation, or alliance agreements which will help us in the May 2022 elections.
So let us now proceed to the next item in our agenda, getting additional help for our candidates in the May 2022 elections through coalition, cooperation, and alliance agreements with like-minded political groups will definitely boost the chances of our candidates, especially our presidential candidate. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, I move to recognize Attorney Ike Naduma, City Council President of Cagayan de Oro.
Attorney Naduma of Cagayan de Oro is recognized.
The National Party Chairman, the National Party President, the National Secretary General, the National Executive Committee are authorized to enter into coalition, alliance, agreements that will benefit us in May 2022 elections, provided that if such alliance, coalition, and agreement is confined to a certain municipality, city, or province of government, it shall be upon consultation with the existing party council concerned in the area. I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
So there is a motion duly seconded with that proviso. Okay, any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Thank you very much, Attorney Naduma, for the motion. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we proceed in our agenda, which is other matters.
Okay, we are now in other matters. The chairman will take this opportunity to announce to all our members that the holding of our next National Council meetings will be in January or February 2022 and in April or May 2022. Okay? This is without prejudice to our continuing periodic online consultations with chapters and other party leaders. So let us already start preparing for these meetings. We will also take this opportunity to announce the holding of a webinar for party members with election law as the topic. Okay, headquarters will announce the details. Okay, this is only for the benefit of party members. Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we again recognize Attorney Al Oxales, our chairman of the Legal Committee, to make an omnibus motion to cover some details connected with the May 2022 elections.
Attorney Al Oxales, our chief legal, will make an omnibus motion so that all details connected with the May 2022 elections are covered. Attorney Oxales, you are recognized.
Mr. Chairman, to cover all details connected with the May 2022 elections and cases which have been filed and are expected to be filed against the party or by our party in order to protect our rights and interests, I hereby move that in addition to what we have already adopted, we authorize the chairman of the National Council, the party president, the secretary general, and the National Executive Committee to represent the PDP-Laban with power to delegate such authority to sign and issue certificates of nomination and acceptance of our candidates pending the system to be adopted by the party president. Number 2, to enter into council agreements for coalition or council agreements for coalition, cooperation, alliance with individuals or political parties. Number 3, to remove, discipline, suspend, expel, or appoint party officers, chairpersons of national committees, or other positions, members, and staff. Number 4, to defend the party and or its bona fide members in any action involving the party or any of its members in any court, commission, tribunal, or office. Number 5, to file and pursue cases or actions to protect protect the party and or any of its members' best interests. And number 6, to do all acts or sign or cause the issuance of any document which are necessary for the elections for the party or as may be required by law, all for the purpose of making PDP-Laban's power and readiness to defend itself and protect its rights complete and recognized and be ready to be exercised. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Is there any objection to the said omnibus motion duly seconded? Hearing none, the omnibus motion made by our Chief Legal Attorney Oxales to cover all the details is hereby approved. Thank you for that, Attorney Oxales. Floor Leader.
Given that we have tackled, Mr. Chairman, everything in our agenda, and that we have been able to come up with our presidential candidate in the 2022 national elections, I move that we adjourn this National Assembly.
Is there any objection? But before I formally adjourn, I would like to thank everyone for their help and participation in making this National Assembly a success. Palakpakan natin. Masyado po silang marami para po i-enumerate ko isa-isa. So salamat po sa ating delegates, sa ating mga bisita, sa ating mga observers. We will all see each other again soon as we begin preparing for the 2022 national elections, kung saan nakataya ang kinabukasan ng ating bansa. So once again, our congratulations and best wishes to Senator Manny Pacquiao, the PDP-Laban's official candidate for President of the Republic of the Philippines. The National Assembly is hereby adjourned.
Paglaban, ang tanging nais lang iahon ka sa